Oh, well, and what he's going to do actually, he's decided that what he would like to do is make a drawing of a bird. So it's about him drawing a bird, which is rather like the experience I would have if I attempted to draw a bird. Not trusting a live bird to sit still long enough for my purpose, I go to my photo collection. Soon enough, a suitable candidate presents itself. A heron, standing in beaky isolation against a backdrop of reeds. Should be simple enough. Herons are monochrome birds, well suited to pencil sketching, and they have a distinctive shape, recognisable to even the most casual park visitor. Pointy dagger beak, round eye, scraggly shawl. That should do it. It doesn't. The bill is unequivocally the wrong shape. The head is more like a donkey's, and is somehow hanging from the body in a way that makes it look as if the bird is halfway through being beheaded. Quite what a heron is doing wearing a toupee is anyone's guess. It looks like a heron drawn by someone who has heard a 5-second description of a heron in a language they don't speak, by someone who once met a guy who heard about a heron that visited their grandmother's hometown 50 years ago. I try to fix it, changing a line here, adding one there, rubbing out the toupee and drawing a crest. Now it just looks like a heron that's been drawn by a heron. Drawing is every bit as hard as I thought. I look again at the photograph. It's a lovely one, the bird's profile strong against a blurry background. And with nothing intervening to complicate matters, why is it so hard? I abandon the drawing and try again. My second effort looks like the work of a bright 6-year-old. I call that progress of sorts, and undaunted, have one more go. And it's only now that I realise the basic error of my ways. I have never looked at a heron, not properly. I've looked at them many times, both with the naked eye and through binoculars. I recognise the shape instantly, whether it's standing with infinite patience in the local park, flying overhead with those slow lapping wing beats and distinctive bulgy neck, head back between its shoulder blades, or as on one memorable occasion, landing on our shed roof, scrabbling against the unexpected camber, then flying away with an aggrieved grok. I know what a heron looks like, but at the same time I realise I don't know what a heron looks like. There's a difference between recognising something and knowing how it's put together. It's a difference between being able to order paella y dos cervezas, por favor, and actually holding a conversation in Spanish. I spend a few minutes examining the photograph, taking in the precise angle of the tip of the bill, the rate at which it thickens towards the head, the precise configuration of its base, how that relates to the elongated nostril on the top, the eye near the front of the head, level with the top half of the bill, has a thin black ring surrounding it, and then there's a thick black stripe sweeping back, dominating the top of the head, thinning out a bit and topped with a few wispy streaks of feather, which form a perky little crest. This realisation is one thing. Making my hand reproduce it is quite another. I make a tentative line, the top of the bill. It wobbles. I try again, willing myself to be more confident. Now it's too long, too heavy. Third time lucky, bingo! And now the bottom of the bill, being careful, but not too careful to get the angle right. I build the basic outline of the bird, referring back to the photograph time and time again to check my progress. And eventually I lay down the pencil. It's as good as I can make it. It's finished. Maybe just another line here. No, leave it be. You'll ruin it. But there's... No! It's the easiest mistake to make. Fiddling for fiddling's sake. Thinking that the next little amendment will be the thing that transforms it, when in fact you might be better off getting it right in the first place. I look at my heron. At the very least, it resembles something its mother might recognise. So I'm taking that as a win. It's not just the sense of achievement that gives me a boost. There's something more. I realised that while I was drawing this heron, my mind was occupied with one thing only, drawing the heron. Whether you call it mindfulness or meditation or just concentration, that focus, The single-minded devotion of one's energies to completing a task feels like a healthy thing. Throw in the strangely relaxing physical sensation of making the marks, the smooth sweep of drawing a curved line, the staccato tapping when doing the speckly bits, the obscure pleasure gained from filling in the eye with little circular movements until there remains the tiniest speck of white, the life-giving gleam of it, and you have pure therapy. And I've ignored it for nearly 5 decades. What a pillock.